I'll be with you probably like 10 seconds if this goes as planned. It might not. We just can't. I've got a bit of a different setup today, so I'm just making sure I've got chat on my phone. Cool. Lovely. I've just quickly checked audio. I haven't got my microphone down, so my voice probably sounded bad for a moment. Worse than usual. Yeah, so looking at the... From what I can tell, it looks like game audio levels are okay. I hope you can hear the music, because I adore the beautifully cheesy main theme to this game. It's been a favourite of mine on Spotify, so I hope you can hear it. I'm just doing a quick little... This is kind of a test little mission we're doing. A 10-second speedrun. I wish. Have I still got the... Yeah, I've still got On Soon coming up. Cool. Off that goes. Yeah, I hope this all looks and sounds okay. This is very last minute. I wasn't actually sure if I would be streaming this tonight. Oh, I forgot we get red orbs for that. Nice. Grab that then. Yeah, so weird thing with this, I've played the first few opening missions on it over and over again. So I've ended up grinding quite a bit for it, if I show you very quickly. I've been skipping the cutscenes, so I can see them for the first time when we actually stream it, so I don't know the story context really, but... Oh, where is the... Oh, I think we have to, Yeah, I think I'll just go straight into the prologue. Just messaging Pasties that I'm streaming this because he's a huge Devil May Cry fan. Streaming DMC5 for next to... No, that autocorrects to next year. No, for next 2 hours-ish. Yeah, I've got to leave just before 10, so we're not on for too long. Can probably raid Peds, I'm gonna guess, within that time. Did they confirm this was the latest game in the series chronologically? Because I know 2 was. It might still be. I mean, it doesn't really matter, like... Well, I was gonna say not much of consequence happens in 2, but that's a bit of a lie, actually. But you could also probably ignore 2 and people will be alright with that. Sorry, Jeff, if you forgive me for saying. Can you hear the dialogue okay, folks? I don't know if I've got that too quiet. Hi, gotcha. Sure. Why not? We'll say yes. Oh, there he is. I don't know how old he is meant to be by this point, but I don't think that'll be in human years, right? But yeah. So that's V, I think his name is.
And gained a great deal of power from it.
Yes, I'm aware I lost my arm, fella.
I suggest you do not fall behind.
It is distracting how much he looks like Adam Driver, isn't it? His age is in dog years. It does seem a bit quiet, does it? Okay.
Interesting guy, but you're right. I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
Oh, yes. So that's, for some reason I always confuse the names. I was going to say Nurgle then. I always confuse the names Virgil and Nero, or even portmanteau them in a bizarre fashion like I just did. So look forward to more of that. But yeah, I bought, this is what I meant to show earlier, I've bought quite a few of these, including this annoying one, which just means that the red orbs, aka the currency in this, they just kind of hover closer to you. But that's like a really expensive one. So that was a bit of a grind. But I like the combat in this game so much that I didn't mind. Just, I've only done this prologue and the 2 missions after that, which only the third of those is particularly long, to be honest. Oh, Cumber, really? Oh, you did redeem a funny. God, that text blends in so easily because it's the same kind of grey tone as welcome to like on mobile. If the chat has to refresh, it'll say welcome to the chat. I look the same as that, so my bad. If I do miss a Sonic joke, heaven forbid, please do tell me. I'm at least looking at chat in a way. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm trying to turn the fan on because my room's weirdly warm, but I'm also trying to put it far back so you can't hear it. There we go. Hopefully that's alright. Alright, Sonic joke. Hi, Aidas. You've just come into the greatest joke that ever joked, which is... Actually, where is it? Oh, here we go. Why did the chicken cross the road? For the eggs size. It's an egg-themed part of the book. That seems like a good place to call the stream, doesn't it? But just to be rebellious, I'll keep it going a bit longer. I'm so sorry, everyone. Right, so we'll turn voice volume up. Maybe I'll turn music and... Let's have a look. Maybe I'll turn music and voice up. Well, I'll probably turn all of them up one. I just don't know if sound effects might get a bit loud there, but... Do let me know if the voices are still a bit quiet. I've got subtitles on. I think they're still going to be... I don't know how small a window you're all watching the stream in. I hope those are still legible. I did, guys. That was incredible. Thank you. That video. That's what you mean, right? The most grandiose birthday greeting ever. That was so good. Oh, I want one as a pet. So yeah, please do say if audio balance is a little bit dodgy. Yeah, one of the upgrades I grinded for was the double jump there, which these games, if you can, you want to be airborne as much as possible. Here we go. So that was an expensive but very necessary upgrade. I forgot that you really do have to upgrade to get a lot of your abilities in these games. And during this section we don't have, we're missing an ability or button basically because our right arm is off at the moment. Which is tricky because that arm is so useful. You use it to like grab enemies in or do a big talk to the hand kind of thing where you just shove them away. It was great. The subtitles are too quiet. Do they need to be like fluorescent pink to be loud? Are you talking that kind of quiet or loud? So a little bit of that. And... I do like going up the ranks in these games. I'll say now I'm not very good. In particular, I'm not very good at reading enemies in these games, so... I tend to get,
We cannot hope to do this without you.
That's alright, superstar. Go on with your best. Go ahead. We got this.
I forgot that Bird's a talking character. Yeah, I understand he plays quite differently, V. I don't think you actually attack directly with him. He's meant to be quite frail, so I think he uses, like, animal demon spirits? Or something. Has anyone in chat played this? I played it a tiny bit over Pasty's house, because he got it when it came out. And, I basically, apart from Devil May Cry 4, I have streamed every other game in the series. I can't remember, did I do any last year? No, I think I did them all in 2018, I want to say. Apart from 4, which I had played through beforehand anyway. So I got every game in this series done in time for the release of this, and then I just didn't get round to it until now. I don't know, it's it's quite fun living a paradoxical existence. Why not? No worries, Jeff. I do like his stubble. That's good stubble rendering in this game on Dante there. Oh, Lady's there as well. And Trish. Who unfortunately not playable in this, I don't think. Because they both were in the special edition of 4, and Trish has been... I think she was in another one as well.
Time after all.
It's a bit of a smug nonce, Nero.
Sorry, Dante. I'm bagging this bitch.
He's got a sword he can rev up. A bit like the Gunblade, I guess, in FFA, right? So this fight, you're not meant to win. I think you actually can, technically. Because I think Pasties was doing something on that. But you'll notice their health just doesn't go down at all, basically. I don't know the logistics of that. I think there might be like I think there might be like a trophy for that, or out of the 3 levels I've played on this, including this one, this is the only one I haven't gotten the S rank on. And I'm going to assume that's probably because you have to actually beat this fight, which we're not going to, I'll say now. I mean, not with that attitude, right, but... I'll say as well, I've leveled up my health quite a bit as well, so... that will only draw this out, unfortunately. Although not if I take hits like that. Ooh. There we go. We'll see what we can do, but... Like, I'm not even sure if I think I've taken health off? I mean, I probably shouldn't be bothered with the gun even, to be honest. The guns don't tend to be strong in these games. They're just more for kind of staggering or getting an occasional chip damage. Ow. That's not chip damage, that's bloody, a mouthful of oven-baked, chunky chip damage, that is. Whereas my projectiles are barely crumb of a fry damage. No, I don't think... I could swear you do, actually... I'm sure you do damage this. Oh, Triss was in 2, that's right. Oh, Cumber, you stayed up for a bit. So you said you were quite tired. No worries either way. Oh, you said you were doing laundry, didn't you? Yeah, I feel Trish actually in Devil May Cry 2 plays more like Dante does in Devil May Cry 1. Which would probably be better than the way Dante plays in 2. There you go. For those who don't know, Devil May Cry 2 is kind of a bit of a notorious, not great game, particularly. Which I feel bad for saying, because I know Jeff has a personal history of it. But it's very much considered the black sheep of the series. Along with DMC, I suppose, though I would say DMC is much better than 2, at least. So yeah, that was a fight we were meant to lose. I think you can win it, as I say, but... I'll have to check with Pasties on that. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's turned into, what's his name? Mundus, I think? Or he's activated his, what's it called? Oh no, Devil Trigger. It's the bloody song. The game is name art. No, it's the name of the song in this game. Devil Trigger. That's how he goes all Super Saiyan. I like these tattoos. He's got a good tattoo going. Ooh. I thought he meant the boss then, but he it means Dante caught him dead weight. Oh gosh. That would knock my self-confidence if Dante said that of me.
The Demon King.
Yeah, no worries at all, Cumber.
Name of the demon that took your arm.
Gosh, they spent money on this, didn't they? Does look good. I'm playing this on my monitor because there's my graphics cards can't hack this at 4K on my TV. It's a demanding game specs wise. Hey. God, the character rendering's so good on those. Nothing to say, just...
He's buying time, but it doesn't look good.
Oof.
Can't be happening. Dante lost. Forget it. There's nothing we can do. We must go.
Oh, with the fedora fellas is trying to help. Hi, Incinerator. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the host. We will not have got an S rank for that. I don't even know how you get it for the first level. As I said, I think you are meant to. Actually, Incinerator, you're a big fan of these games, aren't you? You know the boss in the prologue. Am I right in saying you can technically beat it? It's just a heck of a what do they call it? A war of attrition kind of thing. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Incinerator. Hi, Armor. Hello. We've just started this. We're only on for... Actually, we're on for like an hour and a half. 1 hour and 40 minutes, roundabout. So we'll try and do a few missions on this. I don't think you can suspend this mid mission, I want to say.
Same crap, different.
It sounds like the radio in real life at the moment, to be honest.
How's it feel to be rescuing the guy that killed your father?
Hey, I'm glad we're getting personal. Well, he abandoned my mother and I and left us for dead. I feel nothing.
Well, he's not exactly going up for Father of the Year award now, is he?
His research wasn't half bad. Came in handy. Mildly thankful for that.
They have to do that in here.
Actually, I'm with Nero. If you're gonna smoke, please open the window in the car. Well, if I'm sitting behind you, if it's your car, it is your car, but... Pardon? Don't lose what? The what?
Hey, you have to hit every single bump in the road? Gonna ruin my groove.
Sorry about that. That was a heck of a thing to look back on the screen on. Ah. It's very, they don't often go for the subtlety in this series, and that's what I quite like about it. Oh, I love this song, man. It's... I think most people do. It's a little divisive. I think the cheese is too much for some people, but I ain't got intolerance for that. This is like a Quicksilver sequence, isn't it? Wonderful. Right, sorry, let's have a look at chat. I'm a bit behind. Armor knows what's up. It's a good section to like look up and down at chat on and back in the game on. See, I've played these missions over a few times, but I've been skipping these cutscenes to leave it for streaming it, so this is pretty remarkable, isn't it? Oh god. So that boss is beatable in the first stage, cool. Yeah, I've got quite a few of the upgrades, because I've been grinding the first few levels over and over, basically. So I've got, like, Air Hike, I've got a good few of the... There he is, Hideaki Itsuno, who basically became the father of this series. He was brought on late onto 2, but wasn't really able to save it. But I think that was just a doomed project from the off, unfortunately. But I think he's directed he directed 3, 4, and 5. 3 was such a... still seen as one of the best, if not the best game in the series. And then he was at least heavily involved in DMC. What? This game does not promote smoking or the use of... I wanted that in like 50 miles a minute, 50 miles an hour, like, voiceover then. Like at the end of an infomercial or something. Oh well, man. I played through it. I played through it as both Dante and oh, what's that character? The red-haired woman. Who I think she was technically more fun to play as than Dante in that, but I think some of her levels were worse though. Like she had a really horrible underwater boss fight I remember in that game. And either way, bless its heart, it's still DMC2.
What's going on?
Yeah, that'll work. I'll do alright.
You look like you need a hug, but you're not gonna get one from me.
Not with that attitude.
Hey, you're gonna get yourself killed!
Don't crap yourself. He likes to kill demon things. Let him do his thing.
You hear what I said, you dumb one-armed son of a bitch? You're gonna die!
Does he not know? Hey, there we go.
Taking notes?
See, because I bought the version of this that comes with the Mega Man gun, so I was really hoping it would be that in that scene. Fair enough that it's not, this is still really cool. Yeah, that's
Time to kick some ass.
It's funny, it kind of reminds me of, what's his name, in Metal Gear Solid, who started as, like, another playable character who wasn't as popular as the main one. Raiden, that's it. And then, in Metal Gear Rising, he gets his... Well, no, I don't think he just gets his hand cut, he gets, like, pretty disfigured, doesn't he? And then that happens to a character who fits a similar purpose in this series. But I guess in the mainline games instead. Yeah, so I've gotten quite a few of these. Was that what I was trying to save up for? Ooh, I could go for that final combo, I suppose. Although, what shove? Ooh, I did want this, actually. I want it all, really. We have upgraded health a good amount, but... Well, it's quite funny in 4, because he got a bit of a crazy upgrade, didn't he? Just becoming a crazy... No, he's not a cyborg ninja by that point, is he? Oh, we want to upgrade. We want to... There we go. Sorry, I swear we will get to this. Yeah, I've just got a bunch of... A few of these are from the... I don't know what you call it, the special editions, I guess I bought. Which I wanted mainly just because it's got Mega Man's Buster there. So that's quite fun. Wait, so is that bit? No, we want. Okay. Alright, let's just go straight into it. Maybe I'll buy even more health, or we'll get a few orbs from this one in any case. Hi, Louis. Yeah, I want to get to Revenge. I love that subtitle, Revengeance, as well. It's so dumb. Yeah, the combat in these games, man, I'm not good at it. I mean, I'll probably do alright against these, just like... These are like sub-Goombas, these enemies, basically. So I'll be generally alright with these, but... The moment you have to start, like, watching attack patterns, you expect a lot of failure, but... I'll have fun anyway. I don't know if I'll be able to pull all this off, but...
Yeah, he's a real pro at smacking demons around. That's why I built him that well-functioning arm. To kick demon ass.
Oh, Taylor's all this time. It was a bit of a...
Hey, stop bitching and take cover.
It's got a real bad attitude, this game. This series in general being quite an adorable way, really. This series is hot trash in the best way. Like, I mean that completely positively. But it's also like a highly sophisticated, incredibly well put together combo system. Well, combat system, I should say. Like, there's so much like, when you get to, like, DMC 3 onwards, in particular, there's just so much versatility to the, what you can do in... even though I really like this series, I really have just barely scratched the surface of it. Like, all the games, I think apart from DMC, maybe, I think, apart from that, all of them I've only played through on normal. Which I know they generally say to really get the proper experience, you're meant to do them on hard. Or, God forbid, Dante Must Die mode. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Louis. Lovely to see you again, man. How have you been? Are you keeping well during, I mean, as far as Capcom games goes, it's a shame we're not playing Resident Evil, actually, because, you know, virus outbreak. I don't know, maybe that would hit too close to home. Yeah, it's a weird one, this. So this... Oh, God, where is it? There we are. You can't really stagger these enemies, it seems like, and they just kind of... It's a bit sad, really. They just kind of shuttle away, like... They don't really want anything to do with you. Ooh. Ooh. Are those still the same... So I remember Beautiful Joe did that as well, speaking of Capcom games, where you always get like the ranking system with each letter stands for something. I'm trying to think... I'm trying to think if that's been consistent amongst these games. The one I recall from Beautiful Joe is that, I think, yeah, C stood for crappy, which, to be fair, if you get to C, you're obviously not like, oh god. Well, you've probably played better than that, but I've played this level so many times and I still forget that explosive barrel there. Oh dear. But yeah, we'll see if we can... I should be able to get this and the next mission done, at the very least. So I don't know if I can quit a mission midway through, because we will... There's unfortunately no wiggle room on me. I do have to finish this, not the game. I mean, I have to finish the stream by 10. I mean, the platforming's tricky in all of them, Cumber, really, because the jumping's designed for combat more so than platforming, really. But yeah, especially in 2, like I remember climbing like a clock tower in Devil May Cry 2 and that being a bit of a pain.
I get it.
I feel a bit bad being mean to 2.
The Martians, 'cause I'm bringing the fire.
Oh, Nero. I want to say he was a bit more of a sourpuss in 4, wasn't he? Although that was about like... I think he had like a love interest he was trying to rescue in that. He's a bit more of the Dante in this, a bit more of the... I think he still had a bit of that in... I think everyone's a bit of a cocky smart ass in this series. This might be an acquired taste, but... Right, so I think I saw correctly there. I think the... Those little tentacle arm things, I think they kind of... Oh, I should have avoided that. I've got the. You're not really meant to have the double jump by this point, so I've really got an advantage there by, as I say, just kind of. Yeah, okay, so it does. There's a big tell there with the spiky tentacle fins. They do a little sparkle before they go down. Problem is, they're sometimes out of view though. Oh god, what am I doing here? Yeah, try to, I think it is beneficial in terms of attack power to vary up your attacks, but I think I just like it because it's better for your rank to, like, vary up the kind of combos you do, or, I mean, these games do encourage you to be stylish. That is kind of the fun impetus of them. They are very empowering in a sense, although they're also typically very difficult, so a funny mix. Always, Jeff, always. I never finished Beautiful Joe and Forged the Incinerator. Shame, because I really liked it. I don't know why I didn't. I'm amazed Capcom haven't ported that, because they port everything, hopefully in time.
Boy said city's gone to hell and back, taken over by the underworld. Not just here, but everywhere.
Oh, I bet, Louis. Sorry, I just saw your message. Yeah, this is so much uncertainty is the word that keeps coming back to mind, though. Oh, Yamato. Okay, I need to pay attention to the cuts. Isn't that... That's Virgil's sword, isn't it? Yamato? Oh. I probably got that wrong.
You're a pet mechanic. Don't get used to it.
Nico, I showed you those order docs, so you still owe me, remember?
Oh, man. You've got your expectations in check for an indie, Joe.
Why don't you go ahead? I'm gonna finish up.
Oh, I hope you get a Streets of Rage 4 release date.
I'll try to save you some. Not.
Oh, even the tires say Devil May Cry. Is that the make? Is it also a tire business? God, they've expanded. Yeah, I might have to get the limited
You need something?
Streets of Rage 4 release, I think.
What is it? You hungry? Well, you're in luck, pal, 'cause food's ready and Kitty A always makes too much.
Was it Kiri? How you pronounce that?
Got a pair of those upstairs. You see something you like? What the hell?
Oh, might want to go that scene too, fella.
Demon.
Actually, he looks a bit like Mr. X in a hood. Speaking of Resident Evil 2, maybe he's hiding a big rocket launcher under there. He's also Nemesis.
I'm taking this back.
Although really, he's got a case of the Emperor Palpatines, isn't he? Oh yeah, that is Yamato. Like the sword.
I'm running out of time.
Oh yeah, that yeah. So is that basically? I mean, that basically confirms Virgil's in this game, doesn't it? I know he is, but I mean, it's okay to say that. So I think it's well known by now.
He's waiting for us up ahead. Try not to get us killed on the way there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the RE3 demo, definitely. But yeah, wishing everyone the best at a pretty uncertain time at the moment, right? It's... God, it's pretty rough going. Oh, we got this! That's not good. We did do that well against the boss, but I'll take it. Don't expect too many of those from here on out. I've got an S on this level, like, playing before I probably started streaming, but
That's it.
it's got a tough boss, so we'll have to see.
Alright, guess I'm walking then.
Oh, Jeff.
Yo, yo, yo. Check it out.
What?
Oh, it's a Smash invitation. Honestly, I saw it was like a letter with like the red ink stamp on it. It's been a good 30 letters. I'm sure your handwriting's better than mine, mate. Proud house like you. Tony Redgrave. That does sound vaguely familiar. Was that a Finn in the previous? I'm not going to be up on the lore of any of this. I just like the games because it's fighting demons to... Would you call it butt rock music? Like really trashy, fun metal music and fun combat. And the lore seems fun from a distance. I mean all the games are cheesy as hell, but... Again, I quite like that. I wonder why we do play as Dante in this. Because it does seem like Nero's the main character of this, really.
I'm waiting on you. I'm cooking.
Oh, Lou, I'm sorry, man. Oh, God. It's just the knock-on effects of it all as well, isn't it? It's just hard to sit with. Oh, it is rough going. Sorry if I'm missing chat quite a lot, everyone. It's, I will try and keep an eye out. Let's get some of the, I'm tempted to upgrade to health, but we are probably alright on that for a bit. Oh, that would be good actually, the extra table hopper. I mean, the things I really want tend to be like the really expensive ones, so actually maybe it'd be worth saving. Because I know enemy step in this is like, let's try that quickly. I know that's when you get into the real high level play in these games. When you're, yeah, just like jumping off enemies, because it's, if you can, you really do benefit from staying in the air in these games. And I'm not going to be smart enough to do so, but you can definitely get quite creative with that. Yeah, because you can tell when you get like the blue panel fin, that's us doing our regular double jump. And you just get that little bong sound when you actually jump off the enemy. I'm quite tempted to save for that, actually, because I don't think we'd get it after the next level. Maybe the one after? Yeah, it's a bit tempting. I don't know how much, like, some of these I assume are, like, Nero-specific and then other ones not, so I'm almost sort of like, well, should we be prioritising certain ones? I should probably get that other combo straight, like, not straight away, but soon at least. And that one, but... Oh, these two seem quite good. Yeah, I think we'll leave it for now and let's go straight ahead. Cool. Yeah, I hope so. I just, like, if nothing else, just take time for, like, self kind of, I don't know, like, maybe meditate a bit, or, to just take time to care for one's own mental well-being, I think. If you can, you know, get some rest if need be. Once someone played Devil May Cry badly, that's, that's probably soothing in some way. Oh, this game is pretty. Here it comes, the song. Oh, I've got the Fin as well, I can have music from the previous games as well, I believe, if there's like a jukebox option. There's a song from Devil May Cry 4 I love in particular, because it's just such a... The Time Has Come and So Have I, it's such a trashy little metal song, I bloody love it. Here we go. I'm not timing my combos properly. Here we go. Yeah, this is just so goddamn fun, man. So, do a bit of that. Got that dive move a couple of play sessions ago, I think it was. I mean, this is where it'll actually look like I know what I'm doing, because these enemies are basically fodder. Let's see if I can do... Here we go. I like this one. Just mash, 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 mash. You just press attack once, leave it a little bit, and then just mash, 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 mash. Oh, we're talking about Animal Crossing? Yeah, I think Animal Crossing's probably gonna, I don't know, maybe we'll get more digital sales than physical in light of the, people not going to shops as much. I think Animal Crossing will likely be the, I was going to say antidote. That's a poor choice of words in light of a, well, I mean, it wouldn't be an antidote with a virus anyway, but you know what I mean? Like, it'll be a much needed bit of respite for a lot of people, I think. It just feels, oh, damn it, I should have taken that. I get carried away in these, there's a lot of, like, especially once you get to actually threatening enemies, you, like, commit to attacks, basically. So that's where sometimes, like, oh, maybe just do one sword slash and don't immediately follow on to the next one if you're not completely sure. But yeah, this is probably what we're playing through, I think. Start to, I've been wanting to play this for a while, and like I still need to do the Resident Evil 2 remake, let alone the third one that's coming out soon. I love that announcer. I might have to. I mean, I talk about a lot of sound effects I want and never get around to implementing, but I would like to implement like crazy and badass. I would like to throw those in into the stream. If I remember, I'll write those down. There we go. Also, expect a lot of me going back on myself and getting lost. Even doing pretty linear environments, to be honest. Are you guys talking about Johnny on Bosch? I think he was the main guy in Danganronpa 2. I think he's done a lot of, like, voice work, hasn't he? A lot of games in anime, and he was in the Power Rangers as well, yeah. Not the first season, was it? It was like a slightly later one, I think? Still Mighty Morphin in his own way, I'm sure. Oh, you bastard! Yeah, like, this is where the game's slowly introducing more threatening enemies. Because these have, obviously the Cypher. Not our favourite. Yeah, you notice I don't use the gun too much. It's... Oh, I tell you what, I should be doing this as well. There we go. There we go. Yeah, there's like a weird, I remember we had this in 4 as well, like a weird kind of, you rev up an engine, because his, I guess his sword has a motorcycle motif. So let's do this. This has taunting as well, and if you do it... Wait, hold on, did that? Yeah, if you taunt in this, it like, your rank will go up as if it's like an attack. So you're encouraged to be a smarmy little git in this. And I love it. Let's have a look. Oh wait, oh sorry, I read that like that topic a few lines into it. That's why you're talking about him. That's him right now, is Nero? Oh wow, that is, yeah, it definitely takes place in the UK, doesn't it? That is, I'd recognise. Obviously I click on that. I mean, it's obvious before anyway, but I obviously recognise it by it being a bin. That's very distinctly the British style of bin. They did their research. They went to London for a bit or whatever. Or looked it up on Google Maps. Either way it goes. So I think we go up here and then... Wait, don't they? I thought enemies usually spawn here when you... Where are they? Yeah, that's weird. Usually enemies spawn in the hallway there. Did we already kill them? Hmm. I just can't... Oh, there we are. Don't know what the hold-up was there. Yeah, I'm not sure if, Come here. Ooh. I have to admit, I am already, like, this game is awesome, I bloody love it, but I am already noticing, like, ooh, I'm a bit worried about the camera. I mean, we are in quite enclosed spaces. It could do with being drawn back a little bit, to be honest. Okay, don't come back, good night. Hiya, Daddy.
I'll get there before you do, V.
Thanks so much for coming in. Do you like Devil May Cry, Daddy? I do. Oh, it was Brock in Pokemon Origins. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's been very prolific, hasn't he? He seems like a fun goofball as well. I'm sorry. That's from me playing this before streaming it, where I was just skipping every cutscene to save them for streaming it. But the habit came back. I don't think it was too much, it was just to establish this beautiful little furball is the key to this keyhole. Oh, lush. You'll too consider about getting that stuff in your hair, Nero, clearly. I think he's got impenetrable hair gel on, so I don't think he has to worry.
Wait, which way did I come from again?
That could also be a sound effect, honestly. Because I often end up asking that question in games. Here we go. Sure. Smash. Yeah, these things just seem like they just want me to leave them alone. I feel a bit... They don't really hurt you. I think they're probably quite a good source of red orbs, the currency in these games. I always found that word in strange as well, red orbs, because they're like they're little red heads, basically. Oh god, I've played this several times. How am I? Oh, there we are. Oh, this is like a side room where if you go for the little tree in there. Got to sort this fella out. There we go. Yeah, I love the... It's not to everyone's taste, and I totally get why. But I do love the, just... As I say, trashy metal soundtracks to these games. They're really fun. I'm definitely not above it. Oh, I'm not above anything, but I'm definitely not above that. I like that as well, the dramatic zoom in. That's I want to say Batman Arkham at least probably popularised that. You know what I mean, like the dramatic zoom in at the end of a little fight to really emphasise the last hit. Actually, Smash Bros. Ultimate has that as well, doesn't it? Although sometimes it's a false alarm because that doesn't end up being the killing blow. Always, but... Yeah, I love Devil Trigger the song, it's so good. Topical as well, because at least for Dante, Devil Trigger is the... Okay, what's this? Hey! Because I did that Revy Fib. I like that Revy Fib, but it's hard to work into combos, because it takes, or like, keeping your rank up, because you can kind of... There we go. Ooh. Yeah, it's just kind of... There we go. I'm kind of stalling for time with it to not eat... Oh, damn it! There we go. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, it's the kind of... I don't know what to call them, like the LED-looking fins in the top left corner, trying to rev those up, basically, and then for each powered-up one, you can, like, use that into your attacks to give them more attack and staggering power. Yeah, no worries, though. The shadows, yeah, it's it's a nice looking game, isn't it? I think I've got like... This game's a bit weird, because you can... It's got loads of graphics settings, but I think quite a few of them only apply to the cutscenes. And to that point, the cutscenes are like much more demanding than the actual gameplay. So like both on console and on the console versions, and I've seen it on this as well, just the frame rate will dip on those often. Which I'll say they're here because it's that's still a non-interactive section, so it's not too bad. But Yeah, quite a demanding game, this. Like, specs-wise. It does look it as well, to be fair. Of course, it's on the same engine that Resident Evil 7 and the remake of 2 are. Well, that's the most impressive kind of shadow. Sure. There we are. I mean, if you wonder why occasionally there's a keyboard button prompt, it's because I'm using the Steam controller for this, which has like the weird touchpad circles for like the left D-pad and then for the right, in placement of the right stick. And if a game will let you, that works really nicely mapping that to the mouse for camera control. But the game also thinks we're like swapping to keyboard and mouse there. And we're definitely not. It seems like the keyboard controls for this are as good as they could be, but that's definitely not how we're playing it. Oh, I wasted that rev. There's a word for it, I can't remember what the rev thing's called, but... Metastat car Street Fighter 2 bonus stage style. Yeah, Apocalyptic, was that... I don't think that was what the A rank was called in the previous games. I might be wrong though. I mean, this game seems to go more apocalyptic than I recall the previous... Well, they probably still did. Just because of the nature of this subject matter. Oh, it's so fun, man. I feel a bit bad. I'm not really... I think I'm just kind of taking the shadows. You guys are right, looking at it. I think I'm just taking them for granted, but... Yeah, like, to be fair, Capcom was still pretty good for, like, high production value games in, like, the 360 generation. That was the sort of the generation Japanese developers struggled with, and they still did a bit in terms of finding their feet. Like, that's when they were trying to appeal to Western sensibilities a lot. So that was like the era of like Dark Void or that Bionic Commando reboot. To be fair, that game does seem quite fun. Like the swimming mechanics are quite fun in it, but stylistically it's dull as dishwater. Because that was my problem, actually, when you got like Japanese games trying to be Western, but they were trying to be Western in like, at least to me, like the most boring way possible. Like, it's a really cool game, but like even Platinum's Vanquish is kind of a case of that, like where it's really you've got like very grey environments and excessive military iconography and imagery, which isn't really my bag. I mean, this is kind of a nice mix where, you know, it's meant to take place, well, no, this is taking place in the UK, it looks like, but there's like an American component to this, but it doesn't feel like it's kind of trying to be something it's not. I think it's why it's so well received by fans, really, wasn't it? I wanted to do a cheeky taunt there, but then I hit one of them like scraping their scythe against the floor, and I was like, oh. But the taunt's very in length. Like sometimes he just does like, well, he doesn't blow a raspberry, but he might as well with how short it is. But there's like another one waiting. Here we go. Oh, there we go. We just barely got one in. Lovely. DMC5 takes place in the Gala region. Is that what? That's Sword and Shield, isn't it, Gala? Oh, because I said the UK. Oh, I'm with you. Zooming on all those important edges. Oh, you Benny, I think I only just got it. Are you doing like you're doing the Digital Foundry bit, aren't you? I honestly read that sincerely. I mean, you might have meant it sincerely, I don't know. I mean, they did do... Digital Foundry did do very good videos on this game. Including a comprehensive look at the PC version, which I appreciated, because that's always handy to know in terms of what settings you can turn down to save performance and not lose much and all that jazz. Boys. Hey. Totally worth it. I don't talk in like multiplayer games, but cause I don't know. I guess I just don't. I don't want to be overly antagonistic to a real life person, but that's a bit of code as a mind. Well, I don't know. Are the demons mindless?
Sick of this.
I guess they're just like Lords of the Rings orcs. You can just assume they're evil, which. Well, even then, that might not be entirely true. The Lord of the Rings orcs, to be fair. That's the first. I think that's the first sound effect anyone's played this stream. So I was just like, what? I'm surprised. No worries, Jeff. John Lennon can read your bedtime story. I reckon. What's that like? That satirical, like go the part of my friends, go the fuck to sleep book. The one they got Samuel L. Jackson to read. On like SNL or something like that. Right, these enemies are a bit more of the menacing type. That's Robotnik. That was well timed actually, yeah, they did kind of skydive. Right, I need to not take the mic with these. So, unfortunately, I probably won't be taunted. Unless I get into a really safe spot. Ooh. God, yeah, I don't know how I was playing this without the double jump. The double jump's quite expensive as well. It's just so useful for, like, spacing and, I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying there are there are invincibility frames when you jump as well, like briefly. I hope we get another I Teach Vader. I'm just thinking of because of the sound effects. I hope we get another I Teach Vader Robotnik song soon, though. They're still prolific, to be fair to them. They just haven't done specifically a Robotnik music video in a while. Which is totally fair enough. I'm not trying to be entitled on that. They must take bloody ages to make, but. I mean, if they were going to leave it for a while, skydiving was a good one to leave it on for a bit. Okay. So, yeah, here is just the shop before the boss, so we might... We've got... What was I trying to save up for again? Oh, it was the enemy step, I think.
Tell you what, you call me from now on, and I'll hustle over.
God, the suspension on that. That is. Oh no. I think give it long enough, I'll probably have every line and win the race as a sound effect. Like, even like tomorrow.
No such thing as too prepared.
I've certainly heard a lot of that dirty rat he's cheating in the past month or so. Right, I might be kind of pushing my luck a bit with this, because I don't know if I'm smart enough to make effective use of enemy step. I just know it's like a really good tactic for like high level play. That's the one. We've got cheat 2 as well, which is, well, you can probably imagine. So there. Anytime I like do like a save state or anything on the emulator, or talk about using the guide, I'll be sure to hear from Tails. Yeah, the funny thing is, the sound effects, I try and make them pretty short. And like in retrospect, I would have split that one up in 2, but I don't know if I got the heart to retroactively do that. It's so joyful. I forgot about this. There's a lot of weaponizing of vehicles or tumbling vans, isn't there?
I wasn't expecting any survivors.
Sorry to disappoint you. Hey, you happen to see a guy around here about this big uses a cane? I was supposed to meet him. Did you snack on him?
Is the voice actor loud enough?
I must have every last drop to rule the underworld as king.
Hey. I might turn the voice volume up, maybe.
You? I don't know. I mean, you're a big guy and all, but you seem more like a knuckle-scrapping fart in the wind than anything else.
Oh, jeez.
No offense.
Do you know who I am? I shall show you the wrath of the mighty.
Oh, his name's actually Goliath, wow. Oh, sorry, that's my controller. The Steam controller, I think, can launch into orbit if you have the rumble on. It's only on the default setting as well. I can go much vibratier than that. For want of a much better term.
Cool trick. Hey, do you do parties?
I should find Nero obnoxious, really, but I don't know. He's... I don't mind a good quipper, and he's an alright one. Right, so you were saying the... Okay, so the voice... When you say a bit louder, do you mean just the voices, or everything, would you say? Yeah, poor choice of words on my behalf. So, shall I just put the voice volume up, or everything, do you think? Just the voices, okay, cool. Okay, say if, yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry, I'm about to
Should be making sure you can hear, Johnny... Yon boss, certainly. Ooh. Yes, there's a lot of last-minute dodging in this. We don't get wits time a la Bayonetta, unfortunately. Yeah, I am right in saying you get, like, invincibility frames when you jump, right? I don't know, maybe it's a placebo effect, but I feel like I am. Oh gosh.
It's your grade. Jack it up all you want.
Ooh. Oh god. Cutting this fine, tell you what. Ooh. I see the gun, like the gun's barely doing anything, but it's a good way to keep the rank going up. I want to send a message as well. Oh dear, wait, no, I want to go this way. This gets pretty annoying. I don't know, can you I don't know if I want to go close to in this. I mean, I'm on the other side of him, so I assume I'd be alright, but... There you are. Right, here we go. Cool. Oh! My thumb was on the jump button to evade that right as he did that. I was pushing my luck. Probably should have just tried to give him a wide berth on that.
The doctor thinks you're basic.
I know. He's not wrong. Oof. Yeah, I definitely had to use, you either use like a gold orb, which are basically lives. Or you spend red orbs, like survive a death, basically. I definitely had to do that first time I played through those. Oh, you bugger! I've been so good about how many attacks I was dodging then. There is health on... Oh, I think I just got some. Yeah, cool. Ah. Should have done a double jump there. It is. I've got this on... So there's a human mode and a devil hunter mode difficulty-wise. I've got this on Devil Hunter. I think that was recommended as like, oh, if you've played DMC before, but it's not like I'm a DMC expert, really. I mean, I've beaten them all, but only on normal. So we'll see how that's going. I mean, I find this boss pretty tough. Like, we've got a lot of health, so like more than we should have at this point. So we're okay at the moment. he's such a bitch. I get really tempted to taunt that. I'll do it that way. Ooh, we might. Actually, I should really be using the. There we go. Oh my goodness, whoever did that, thank you very much. I'll have a good look in a moment. Ooh. Ow. After I get hit in the face. Take that. I used to be using these, the arms. You end up wasting them, but that's like a really powerful attack, basically. Upgrades that many we can hold anyway, so should be alright that.
You're eating garbage now? That's some weird.
Does he heal when he does that? Ooh. I thought he was attacking them, but he was just staggering. But this isn't taking us like longer than it should. Ow. It's such a cool dynamic fight, isn't it? Like, look at the amount of fins that can crumble or blow up. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness, thank you again, whoever again. Sorry, I swear I'll look now. You're worth it, Robotnik. Do it, fella. Oh, damn it. Should have taken that hit. There we are. A bit messy, but we got through it. We would have been much closer to death without all the health upgrades. Oh, Jeff, thank you so much. Enjoy the emotes, you bellier than Louis. Oh, it's Beast Bird.
I curse my stars in bit of grief and woe.
Same.
Made my love so high, and me so low.
He's a poet and he wasn't aware of it. Oh my god! Doesn't Bayonetta, like, turn into a panther when you run? Can this canonically be Bayonetta he just summoned?
Little wanderer, hie thee home.
That's very fitting. I think I added that sound effect after I finished. Oh no, we might have had that sound effect when we were still streaming Devil May Cry games.
I was catching up on some reading.
Yeah, looks like a real page turner.
Right, I'll try and put my controller like away from the mic when it vibrates.
Jocko's still in there?
If Urizen defeated him, then I expect he's not much more than Qliphoth pollen by now.
Down with this sort of thing! Careful now. Down with this sort of thing!
Lives in the underworld. It thrives on human blood, and those whose blood it sucks, well, let's just say they don't turn out too well.
Well, in any case, we need to find out. If Dante's alive, we'll save him. If not, we don't.
Wait. First, we need to exterminate some Qliphoth roots.
Oh, pesticides. God, it is a gorgeous game, isn't it?
What the hell are you?
all clogged. Hey, you must be V, huh? Hey, you gonna get that? Ding, 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 right by your feet.
Oh, is that going to be a new...
Something amazing out of this.
Oh, she makes stuff out of the, Oh, cool.
Did you just sniff that? Do you have any idea where that's been?
Up your butt?
Jeez.
Focus on the mission.
High class stuff, people. It's high class stuff. Oh no, for Kruger though. Pillow as well. Right now, that's not that impressive because I've played this level several times, and in fact, when I last played, I didn't get an S. So, I'm aspiring to mediocrity, really. Adam Driver's in this. He looks so distractingly like Adam Driver, doesn't he? Like it.
I think we should split into two groups.
I think they claimed it wasn't intentional, but it just.
Good idea.
It's just so uncanny.
Behold, my genius. Cash first.
All the materials I collected for your little pet projects don't count for anything.
My brilliant badass work is worth every dime, you know it.
Well, your quality control sucks ass.
Oh,
You know
jeez.
that.
Or maybe don't let the demon smack you around so much.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah, I'm not.
I am truly gifted. It's a work of art.
I said that, but no, it did have a love interest in the last game. I don't know where she is.
Yes, I am. Got any questions, little chicken?
It's got a fun personality in this game.
Caliber virtuoso, legendary gunsmith. I hope to be like her someday, an artist and a lethal artisan. Everything I create is art, whether it's a gun or a steel pot to cook birds in.
Ugh.
Any more questions? Huh? Little cheeky.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Where is it?
And if I don't see you along the way,
Exclamation mark.
I'll see you at the bottom of the Glyphod.
Little chickie.
What are you gonna do?
What were the other ones? Oh, I said like the rankings as well.
Out.
Just put brackets.
Hey, got
DMC
any more questions?
5 rankings.
I can't read minds. Well, yeah.
Write down sound effects I won't get around to adding. Are you sure about that, Jeff? I kind of want to. I don't know, what was that recent film Adam Sandler was in where people said he was actually like people were mad he didn't get the Oscar. And it was like, really? But yeah, I mean, when he tries, he can be pretty marvelous. It seems like pretty big if though. Alright. Okay, first person to say in chat, do I either get combo upgrades, basically, or do I get a health upgrade? So just type combo or health, whatever the first one is, I'll go for that. Say combo or health. Oh, there was a lion boss in the first Devil May Cry, I think. I thought you might mean, if you're talking about the first one, I thought you might have meant like the spider boss you got stuck on, because that was, I don't know if my VOD is still up for it, like on my YouTube channel, but my attempts at that boss were embarrassing. Health, okay, cool. Probably be a while before you upgrade health again, because it's got really expensive now. In fact, that's the only one left in stock. I don't know if that means at all, or if she'll get more in later. Yeah, there we go. So I don't know if I assume we'll play as V at, no, we are still Nero. So this is the first mission I won't have played beforehand, basically, so this is all new territory. And I hadn't seen the cutscenes beforehand anyway, so that was all new to me. Yeah, let's have a look, shall we? Jeff. Oh, so I think this is a thing where you, like, join people online as well, I want to say, playing the same level as you? Or, like, as another character? I'm not really completely clear on that. Quite neat, isn't it? Gonna doze off.
Teamwork.
She's a fun addition to this series. Like, she's new to this game. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is the other thing, because I've done those, because I had played those levels before. We weren't getting these tutorial prompts, but this is the new level, so grim grip points. What? Just like little hook shot targets. Even those are grim in this game. So I think these might be where, because there were quite a few of these in the so RB and then press V. Cool. I think that's an element taken from DMC, I want to say those. Hello. Oh, these are new enemies. I'm not completely sure if these are all new enemies for this game or if any are taken from previous games, I must admit. I think I'm very deceptive when it comes to D&D.
There are terrible demons. Ouch!
On the roof, specifically. I think that was like a Resident Evil 1 Stars member. Not long for this world, unfortunately. Bless her. That's quite... Yeah, actually, I tell you what, this environment actually does feel very... I know DMC is obviously a very divisive game. I still ultimately enjoyed it. I didn't like certain aspects of it. I would put like 3 and 4 over it, but to be fair, it did do environment design very well in terms of that had a lot of like going across buildings like this has. I know Incinerator mentioned that earlier, like DMC 4 wasn't great in terms of level design in that regard. Yeah, you can tell this is definitely taking advantage of like the current console gen tech with this game. But they've obviously found something good with the RE engine. I assume they'll probably keep using that into next generation, maybe upgrade it a bit. Ooh, oh, this is a heart piece basically, isn't that? Oh, did we have 3? So that was like... But when did we get the other 3? Oh, I probably got them on my first playthrough and forgot, I guess. Oh, wow. I'll take that. So, because I'm dumb, I'm using the, No, yeah, we are meant to go that way. Yeah, wasn't there a platform? There was, like, the platform you... Oh, here we are. Yeah. Crop. I mean, they do have to... These games can't just be straight combat. It's tough, because the combat's obviously the best thing about them. They do have to vary them up. As I say, that would be a point, to be fair, in... What can I do? Oh, I did an enemy step. I did bugger all with it, but I did that really expensive thing I bought in the shop. That you can do really good things with if you're smarter than me. I could just play this combat forever, man. It's so fun. I'm a bit scared of like when it starts getting into like... Because in some ways I like it best when it's just going against fodder like this. Well, this enemy's not too foddery. Case in point. Ooh. Take that. Ooh, gosh. Hey, ow. I was hoping we could get to triple S, but there weren't a huge amount of enemies there. Never mind. Oh, this game's so fun. Why didn't I play this sooner? I generally like this. I mean, even, like, I rag on Devil May Cry 2, and it is a pretty big step down, but... I mean, I still finished it. Probably more as a sense of completion, I guess. And there were things I liked about it, like, it has a cool, creepy atmosphere at times, DMC, so... No, sometimes it goes between being creepy and just being very dull. Wait, so was that the way we... Yeah, I expect me to get lost quite a bit. No, we are meant to be going that way, but is that just taking us back to where we were? Yeah, it is, isn't it? How do we get over there, then? So I assume that's like loads of, yeah, let's just go back to where we were. Yeah, I know, I think especially the first Onimusha, right, like that has quite a bit of, oh, here we are. I know the first Onimusha, it's a bit like Devil May Cry 1 in that it's sort of another take on the Resident Evil style game, isn't it? But with... Actually, I guess in both cases they emphasise combat, don't they? Just in different ways. Because I think Onimusha 1 still has tank controls, right? At least it's... I think so. I might be wrong on that. Like, it does feel like they were really using the Resident Evil formula to kind of branch out and see what else they could do with that. Like, you can... It's very noticeable. I think even in, like, still by Devil May Cry 3, you do feel like you're solving very easy versions of Resident Evil-style puzzles. But, like, in Devil May Cry 1, that one feels very... It feels like you're going through a mansion in a similar way to Resident Evil. Only, generally much more linear, as, so after attacking target. No, what, so... Ah, okay. Yeah, I like to hide stuff in these environments as well. I assume this is just like a side area? Ooh, drop my... Cool. Let's have a look at chat. The F word. I mean, I said the F word. Oh, what's that? I'll load that up. That's to do with Nintendo South Wales, is it? I can't always easily load links in chat, but I've actually got the chat on my phone, so let's have a quick look. Oh, there we go, yeah. Yeah, so for those who don't know, Nintendo South Wales is like the group that myself, Louis, oh god, I'm trying to remember his... I think Uber Phoenix is his Twitch username, but a friend of ours called Luke as well, he, oh, and NSW Mongoose, all of us meet up like every month, and stop me if you've heard this one before, event that involved meeting people in a public place has been cancelled, and they've had to kind of accommodate for that and just do the online events until further notice. Definitely a good shout. I mean, obviously a shame, but I think given there's clearly quite a bit of severity to the virus. I think certainly more than I assumed at first, to be honest. Yeah, stay safe, everyone. I'm having to like figure out, because I really got into a gym routine and felt better for it, but now it's like, well, gyms of all places are gross little petri dishes of germs, so I think I've already ordered some resistance bands. Okay. Oh, I see, we have to do the other one first. What? Alright. What, to be looking at funny? It was very out of the blue. Oh, why can we not? Oh, we have to attack it. Oh, the game did explain that, to be fair. How do we attack that one then? There we are. Sorry, the game did explain this to me. But, yeah, so we attack it and then... No, we did activate, didn't it? Because it like lit up. Oh, since when it lights up, there we go. Well, you got there eventually. Give or take a few millennia. I sound congested. Oh god. Oh dear. That obviously takes a potentially different meaning at the moment. Yeah, you really fear. I mean, let alone like the fragility of human life in all this. That's obviously the big one. Like, just any kind of local businesses. Like, I really fear for a lot of self-employed people. I mean, it depends on what their business is though. Like, certain ones won't be as affected as much, although I would assume all would be affected to some degree, at least. Yeah. If you'll allow me to be unbelievably saccharine, this is why I'm glad I got involved in a streamer group like this. It's nice to have a quote-unquote social aspect to rely on. That doesn't involve face-to-face. I mean, obviously face-to-face interaction is important, and I do fear the relative lack of that we're probably all going to have for the foreseeable future. But it's so nice being able to tuck into games and talk to people, especially at a time when interacting with people might be quite limited. Sorry, that's cheesier than the music in these games, I know. But I like cheese. With multiple varieties. Food and silly songs. Oh, that's quite sweet for Krugardars. That's a good shout on their behalf. Yeah, I feel so bad for the elderly and all this. Yeah, just... I've been doing some volunteering work. I don't think I've said this on yet. I've been doing volunteering work that involves, like, a group of older people meeting up and kind of trying to rejig their memories by talking about sports. But you can imagine the home they're at, the retirement home they're at, is just on complete lockdown at the moment. Ooh, I like that one. I see what, so, like, we have got an advantage because of how much we've, like, leveled up abilities and such. This is going to plateau at some point. I'm not going to have that. What was it? It opened something up here, didn't it? Or was it just, like, the enemies coming through? This is sometimes the problem when I'm deep in conversation while I missed, like, an obvious thing the game just told me. This is why I try not to be too kind of, the game didn't tell me this, because it... Well, I missed something, because it probably did. Just easy to get distracted while streaming. I'm having so much fun with this, though. I could see myself trying to, like, get a bit of replay value out of it in terms of going after. I mean, we'll see on that front. I don't think I'm ever going to finish one of these games on Dante Must Die difficulty in this lifetime. But I do really love the combat. I mean, I mean, it is up in the air, but I was reading, like, a report that suggested things could go to 2021. It's certainly... I'm certainly not going to try and undershoot that. I mean, you know, we don't know really at the end of the day. I certainly hope it doesn't last, I mean, even just a few months of it is going to have so many knock-on effects. Hiya, Tomo. Thanks so much for that. Sorry for coming to the grim subject of, well, I was going to say the day, but of the every waking minute at the moment, really. Like, even if you're not trying to, like, actively pay attention to the news, we are hearing about coronavirus stuff everywhere, but that's probably a good thing, really. I mean, maybe not great for mental health, but it's perhaps quite a good thing to keep informed on, though. If one doesn't want to, like, pay attention to every detail. Like, oh god, what's Steve Carell's character from The Office called? Like, he doesn't want to. Oh, that's like a really obvious one. What's his character's name? Oh, I do love this. We've got the Mega Man Buster, which I don't think is technically a very good one, but it's the Mega Man Buster. Ooh. Oh my. environments are quite big in this as well, so it's, I'll be interested if that changes a bit, because, I know typically these games, they try and put you in pretty, oh gosh, they try and put you in pretty closed-off environments to kind of, up the challenge a bit more, like you can't evade enemies as easily. It's, I swear this whole entire playthrough won't just be me bagging on DMC2. Like, I hold no ill will for the people who worked on it, like, it just seems like it probably didn't have the right direction and things didn't come together, and that must be so easy for some of this complex as a game production. But yeah, in DMC2 the environments are just huge and empty, so you can often just like go into the corner and shoot. I mean, it'll take ages because the guns are still weak, but... poor DMC2. And sorry Jeff if you're listening, because I know you do have a history with that game. It's okay if you did. DMC2 liking is valid, honest. Let's have a look. I'm quite back on chat. Michael Scott, that's it, yeah. Yes, God, I can't imagine being in school doing all this. Like, I was just thinking it was a huge thing, like when my school got lightly flooded one day and had to be closed for a few days, but a bit smaller scale than this. Funny thing, actually, I was off that day and I slept through all of it, and I just found out, like, shortly after, oh yeah, the school slowly flooded and everyone had to be evacuated. Oh, it's No Face from, oh wait, no, I recognise that enemy. They're from DMC1, aren't they? Oh, that's a fun throwback. Yeah, that's... I was saying before, I don't know how many of these are returning ones. That one definitely is. Oh, that's quite neat, actually. Horrible large scissors. Oh, good. Sure showed that bookcase. If I remember, I think you have to do like a... Oh, damn, I wasted that. I think you have to do like a downward slash like that to them. Oh, I love the destruction physics in this. Gosh, Louis, I mean, I think I did read that some universities were like going for online lectures if they had the means to.
You bring that shit to me.
Oh, I can't like. Ah, come on. Oh dear, I think I wasted like my charged up thing. Yeah, something. Maybe I should do it from like the other angle, but they block your attack, so you have to kind of. I think I should like do it from behind. I'm pretty sure it's that. Ooh. Oh, I did actually get. Well, I don't think you have to do what I said, but I think that does kill them instantly if you can land it. I think have I. Oh, that's right. You destroy one of their blades, and then I remember watching Pasties play DMC1. He was like going after the platinum on the PS4 version, and he would like destroy them in one fell swoop. Either there's something I'm missing to that here, or the tactic doesn't work, or maybe it's a bit different. Maybe all of those. Yeah, this isn't right, is it? Well, I mean, you do eventually, Oh, come on, my hand should have been enough to stagger that. Fine. There we are. Nice bloody blood. I mean, you're paraphrasing quite extremely there, sir, but I guess I basically said that, give or take. Poor DMC2. I'm sympathising with it as though it's sentient, but... And I mean, to be fair, it is like, as I say, it's, you know, the main guy behind these games. since he was brought on late to that one. Like, he's the first to say, oh yeah, no, DMC2 wasn't quite what it needed to be, perhaps. And apparently, like, you know, power to the guy. Apparently, he was insisting on directing DMC3 because he was like, no, let me fix this. Like, even though, again, I don't think it was like, I mean, you'd have to talk about something like that as if it was like anyone's fault, but I think DMC2 was always going to be a bit lackluster just because of the direction it took. Whoever they got in late on development, but I think he still took upon it as his own thing to try and fix, and as I say, DMC3 is... I think people generally like this game the most now, but I think until this, I'd probably say people would say 3 was their favourite.
Without strength, we can't protect anything.
Typically, I know it's not universally the case. Like, Pasties likes the... I believe he still likes the first game the best. At least that... Well, actually, I don't know where this one ranks, but I know you like this one a lot. But yeah, I think people said the combat in 4 was better, but just, like, generally everything else was worse in it than 3. Had a lot of fun with 4, though, and the combat was so good, I didn't mind, like, when it was having you repeat bosses or things like that. You bellyhead. It's always a party when subsurface scattering gets mentioned. It was a fun time. Gosh.
What? No chit-chat or monologue? Just getting right to the point, huh?
I think I read, like, from... Oh, well, blooming heck. Hello. I think I read that from, like, the 3rd game onwards. They started getting, like, action movie directing people, like, involved in the direction of these cutscenes. It does show, doesn't it? Ooh, that's a good time to... It's only by luck. So yeah, I have not attempted this boss before, so I'm frankly nervous. It seems to be doing alright so far, but... Oh gosh. Wait, what did she choose that? Oh man. I don't know how I haven't been hit by one yet. It'll happen, believe me. Oh, no. Well, hit by that at least. Oh. Yeah, we've got quite a few maneuverability options now. I still need to be careful on that front. Ooh. Oh wait, could I grab onto that thing if I, like, shoot it? Oh gosh. Oh, apparently I did that correctly. I didn't feel like I did, but I'll take it. There we go. Oh gosh. Right, come here so I've revved up my, like, motorbike sword, whatever that is. Let me, take advantage of that. Oh no, I just wasted it because I was trying to get close to it. Oops.
Your voice is so annoying.
Oh, here we are, yeah, okay. Yeah, I need to shoot those and then... That's clever, because we were using that for manoeuvring the levels earlier. Oh gosh. The game isn't going too loud during these bits, is it? Because it's quite a noisy game when it wants to be, isn't it? Perhaps unsurprisingly. Ooh. Ooh. Ow. Yeah, forgive me for going like long stretches without looking at chat. Oh, I keep wasting my... I don't think that really hit anyway. I need to be using that more. I don't know if this will have a second form. I found this easier than the first boss, to be honest. Oh, there we go. Spoke too soon. I mean, I'll tell you what, I love the Nero's hand. I find so useful in. I found it like this in 4 as well. Just the. Ow. Ow. Ooh. Ooh, taking quite a lot of hits now. Oh, I like that. It zooms us in, regardless of where we are. Hey. Oh, I love that he's got the Mega Man gun for this cutscene. Oof. I just noticed they've got a fishtail. Oh gosh. Oh, it's Lady. Hello, Lady. Oh, bless her. Get your coat on her. Oh, game, don't. Jeez. Bit of male gaze on the camera there, and
Lower?
From my gunsmith days.
What?
Can't believe you do this to Kyrie. I'm gonna have to tell her, man. I'm joking. Hey, loosen up your jockstrap.
Jeez.
Don't do anything I would do.
If it's alright. Should it have been Homer coming out of that, saying that? Oh, Kiri's his love interest. I thought that was. Wait, what's the southern accent girl's name? The one who does our weapon. Oh, we got S. Nice. I expect this to stop at some point. It's about to tell you. Okay. You thought that was Fee about. Oh god. Oh dude, I had too many of that in this lifetime. Fee telling me. Well, I was going to tell me off. Fee doesn't tell you off. Just Fee. I think with good intentions, Fee just kind of badges you for a bit, don't they? Let's just have a look. Oh, Louis, so your earlier message. You could probably play this one fine, honestly, I'd say, Lou. I mean, I still really enjoy Devil May Cry 1. I think Devil May Cry 1 tends to get mixed reaction in terms of how well it holds up. I still had a lot of fun with it. It is definitely a 2001 era game. I think it was 2001. But you can really, like, the roots of the series is like trying to find its identity with that game. In some ways that are quite fun. In a few that maybe are a bit antiquated, but I still found it a fun challenge. You could probably honestly start with that. I mean, I think my 3 favourites is probably going to be this. I mean, I don't know if 4 is made a bit redundant by this almost, because like the best thing 4 had going for it was the combat, but like it reuses like a lot of level design. I think because it was like quite an early HD generation game, so it had to. I think there were only like so many assets they could make for it with the budget and deadline for what what resources and experience they had at the time. Yeah, I mean, the Portal 3 that just came out on Switch. If you put a gun to my head, and please don't, I'd say either start with this DMC5, or maybe go for 3 on Switch. I mean, well, also if you're not fussed about portable play, you could also just get the HD collection, which would be better value really, because that bizarre piecemeal way they release the games on Switch. I'd say they're all worth playing to some. I mean, you don't need to play 2, but it's also quite quick, and it's kind of fascinating just to see why it didn't quite work together, and then also kind of glean the few things it does well, like it has good atmosphere, as I say. I'm really sorry, fellow DMC player. I forgot there was someone else playing, and I didn't really observe how they were playing. But we're I don't think I'll ever be able to bring myself to say they weren't stylish, frankly. Yeah, so I hope that helps though. I mean, it's a bit of a fractured answer. I'd say even... I mean, 3 is the first one chronologically, if that matters. Yeah, fair play.
But for now, we have more pressing engagement.
So you got that for 10 quid, yeah, fair play. Because I think it's on sale, I think 3 on Switch is like 12, I want to say. But probably usually 16. So, I should say, I've only got 10 minutes left. I don't know if we'll, I don't think I'll get another mission, unless this one happens to be very short. I don't know if you can save mid-mission, so I'm actually going to look that up quick. I'll put music on quickly. I'm picking my brother up from the train station, basically. So there's not really wiggle room on that. I'm sure he'd be polite about it if I was late, but it would be a bit shitty of me to have to be late for playing too much of this game. Right, time for Make Cry 5, save mid-mission. I accidentally went save mid-July. I'm not sure what part of the touchscreen I clicked on for it to go to that. Okay, cool. So there are like, apparently there are about 2 to 3 autosave checkpoints per mission. That is definitely for DMC5, isn't that? Yeah. So I assume we could probably just get to, I mean, if I have to restart it, I have to restart it, but we'll try and play it. We've only got about 10 minutes, basically. Oh, no. I can do it for you if you want, man. You know, I have one. I tell you what, you can. I was gonna say you could have an older one, cause, like we've done already, because you will have heard it anyway. I realise that sounds quite stingy, though. Please realize I don't mean it like that. I'll try and find whatever the best one was. It's not a very competitive category, to be honest. I think there was like one I found quite cute. Yeah, I guess this one's technically a joke. What illness would Tommy Lou, what illness would Tails get? Flu. Oh, that one's accidentally topical as well. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Trying to get away from the virus with a light-hearted joke. Oh jeez. Oh, I mucked that up. Did I make that too? I could probably lower the price of the Oh, do we not? Oh, so we don't level up? Okay, well we'll buy this that levels up Devil Trigger. And again, I suppose. That's the only thing we upgrade with it, at least so far. I mean, maybe the skills tab will lighten up on the future mission. One more then. I mean, I like this game enough. I can happily just replay all the missions. Try and get a hand on the combat as well. So, we're only going to get a quick taster of this, but I know V plays very differently. Like, he seems to be more of a ranger character. There we go.
We have a minor errand before we reach Urizen.
So what's the staff about? Because like, it looked like he was using that to walk, but... Hey. In my head, that's just Bayonetta or Panther.
Careful. Yeah, no shit, Shirley. Ain't that right, Pete? I mean, you are fragile at the moment. Wouldn't take much to wipe you out in a sticky situation. I'm just saying that running away is okay. It's always okay to run away if you...
He who desires but act not breeds pestilence. So it is written.
Listen to this. You and I like to exist this. So get rid of those demons quick, cause killing them ain't my stick. I got your back. Cause dying is whack.
Okay, that's definitely one. Dying is whack. It's such a sweaty. I was thinking that like when anytime V reads from his book or whatever, it's such a sweaty teenager of a series. Devil May Cry, isn't it? I'm here for it. I'm complete. It sounds like I'm mocking it, but I find it so endearing. It's a great mix of just cheesy fun and like remarkably sophisticated combat. Was it Dying is whack? I think is whack. But I shouldn't be doing this because we haven't got much time. Bird mission 4, is it? Full intro, I think. You appreciate that one. It is quite camp, isn't it? So press. Oh god, that's strange. I keep wanting to go up to them as V and attack directly. Oh, that's so interesting. Oh, I see. So when enemies dying. Oh, so what does that remind me of? That's a mechanic in some games, isn't there? Where like I remember kids dying as whack. Oh, that takes some getting used to the fact your character doesn't directly attack. That's really interesting. That's a really cool idea. I'm just so not used to it, so it'll take a bit of Oh my god, check out the music here. Oh, so is it not worth me, So... I might play as V quite a bit off stream, I think, because I feel like it'll take me quite a while to get used to it. It's quite cool, it's so... I think I thought it would be like projectile heavy, which is not really. I mean, our Birdo friend shoots... God, what does that say? I'm so alone, the apocalypse has come. God, these are good graffiti textures, aren't they? Right, I've only got a few more minutes. Is Ped still on? Because I'll probably raid him, if so. Oh, we have got Devil Trigger as well. I mean, the game hasn't told us to do that yet. But yeah, so V is the completely new character for this. I do think if they're going to add that, they should have gone with a female one, really, just to kind of balance it out. But, I mean, regardless of anything, I am glad they went with one who, like, is so different personality. Well, I mean, he still seems a bit smarmy. But then, that does just feel right for Devil May Cry, to be fair. Everyone's a bit of a smarmy arse. But it is really interesting what a different play style they've got for him. I think people generally liked it. I did see some people say they weren't that keen on it. It's definitely, it's a weird disconnect to not have the character you're controlling be the one attacking. It definitely takes some getting used to. Get a bayonet. She's just choosing not to go out of Panther form. Oh, how do we... Oh dear. It's obvious I don't know what I'm doing here. There we are. Move you right on to a lockdown. Is that the same vocalist for... Oh gosh. Oh, I see. So we can kind of use that to... Yeah, he's fun. Like, I think this could have easily not been very satisfying, but it's still really... I suppose it helps you still do like the killing blow on enemies. Oh, there you go, Louis. Let's get that in quick. Where is it? Did that one. I'm going to phone Caterkiller. You can't do that. He's Egg's directory. That was very well timed. God, how many bloody egg jokes are there in this? So many of them have egg punchlines. Oh, what a miserable world. But yeah, that was the only idea that came to mind for it. Like, once they added those, like, reward fins, Lou, that's the only idea I had. It was a horrible little idea that I couldn't possibly say no to. Blimey heck, what did that do with it? Oh, nice, like this. Cool.
Thank you.
Da. Okay, just check it. Just check my phone to make sure. Yeah, maybe we'll do like the next combat bit, and then I'll probably just put my computer into sleep mode. If it comes to it, maybe I could just finish this mission offline and then redo it on stream. Of all games, this is one I don't mind replaying missions on. Oh gosh, he gets white hair. Did I know that? It was a surprise to me, honestly. Oh, what's this? Ah, yes. I love this song. I think it's the same vocalist. Possibly like group or duo, whatever, as the main song. Oh gosh. Yeah, I like this. I don't completely know what I'm doing, but I do like it. Oh gosh. Yeah, it takes some getting used to this, but I do like it quite a lot. He's a very cool addition. I think for a while I believe it was like, I don't know if it was leaked. I remember people were talking about there being a character called V. It was either leaked or I think they might have just been outright teasing that. Oh yeah, look, someone else is doing. Oh, so I guess they're doing the mission we just did. But they're playing as Nero, like the online person. That's a cool feature, that, isn't it? Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm sure you could be doing this more efficiently. I just don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it seems like V is like very physically weak, so he can't actually. Oh.
Rest in peace.
His tongue is sharp though. Yeah, have it. There we go. Yeah, it's just such a strange disconnect. So, play as a character who plays with that. Oh, Louis! I'm pretty sure that is a punchline on one of them eggs cylinders. But yeah, if you do play any of these games, Lou, I really do enjoy them. They are, it took me ages. I didn't grow up with this series at all or anything. Like, I only finally really played like maybe a little bit over, over Pasty's house actually, like years ago. I think even then, that probably wasn't until 4 on PS3. Like I didn't finish one until 4 on Steam, and even then that was like after the special edition had come out. But I do like them a lot. As I said, I do like 1. I think it'd be worth trying 1 if you got it on the HD collection anyway. Just be aware it is, as I say, like, it is a little bit of its time, but I still really like it. Alright, I'll tell you what, I am going to call it there. I'll put my computer into sleep mode and then just, I don't know, try and gauge and see if I've gotten to a save checkpoint. I mean, we're not too far in anyway. But it would also be nice to keep any red orbs we've gotten as well, so we'll see. But yeah, thanks so much, everyone. Sorry it couldn't be a longer stream than this. We've still been on for a good bit, haven't we? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just raid pads. Let's give pads a bit of the raid route. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. It's been a really fun little one. We'll keep playing this. I can't guarantee when I'll stream next, unfortunately, because my brother is down. Oh, sorry, someone did ask as well. I think Armour asked. Oh, sorry, you did ask. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to my aunt's funeral tomorrow, unfortunately, with a guy. I didn't notice about that. I mean, aside from obviously not being a very pleasant bit of a difficult thing. There'll be a lot of people gathered together, but I'll be okay, don't worry. But yeah, like, I'll try and stream again sometime this week, I'm just not sure really when. I would like to do it tomorrow evening, but we might be doing something as a family since my brother's down. We'll see. Thanks so much in any case, everyone. All the best. Bye-bye.